Unemployed graduates and job seekers proposal. I have a personal proposal for South African job seekers and graduates to solicit vacancy opportunities by advertising their career profiles and prospects with our new community business newspaper. Before we carry on, let's find out who I am. My name is Mr. K, aka Konj Alwayo. I'm a business consultant, a webmaster, a science of living reformation catalyst, an entrepreneur, and life skills coach. I develop and create digital products and services. I'm a freelance computer science facilitator. I publish newspapers and authored several books and blogs. A South African citizen wishing to make a difference. What am I not? I'm not an employer or an employment agency, nor do I represent any political or community group, political party or community group. I do not promise anyone any jobs, but I am trying my creative out-of-the-box thinking to help my community and all those youth who are seeking alternatives means to get access to the job market. What do I propose? Well, it's very simple. A free newspaper advertising for South African graduates and job seekers with our newspaper called Top Soweto Market Places. This will be issue number 1, volume 1 of January 2019. Obviously, there are requirements to place your ads in our newspaper. The tradition is that for anything that you need to promote on newspaper, whether it is a digital copy or it is a hard copy, you pay for an advert. If you look at this newspaper here, Bluebird Website Advertising Designs, they designed their ad, and then they place it there, and then they pay, so that during the distribution of the newspaper, people will know about them. That's traditionally what happens. But in our case, when I say in our case, I mean me, Top Soweto Market Places publisher, will be offering this for free to job seekers. So what are the requirements to place an ad? You will need a WhatsApp voice note. In other words, you are required to record a short description of who you are and to include your qualifications and the kind of a job opportunity you are looking for. The voice note should be at least 1 minute to 1.5 minutes long. It should be short, powerful, and precise, meaning to the point. Secondly, you will need to have a QR code for your cell phone. What I will do is I will create a QR code for your current cell phone number you are using, so that potential employers or contacts can save your number and voice note on their database. This is more effective and more viable than any other method I can think of. Number 3, this is also a very good benefit for you. You can download job interview podcast. I have created this podcast purely to give you an insight of what the industry is looking for before you go for a job interview. You can freely download our job interview podcast training courses from Google Play or iTunes. What is the purpose of this interview podcast? Basically, it is to help you prepare so that you can be competitive in the marketplace. Well, let's continue with the requirements to place your advert in our newspaper. Item number 4. In order to qualify for this opportunity, which comes to you for free, you must provide your LinkedIn profile link. This is important that you provide us this LinkedIn career profile so that employers, when they scan or browse your profile via the QR code, they must be able to assess whether or not you are the kind of a person they are looking for. Number 5, which is also a very important requirement, is you must prepare a newspaper text ad. If you look at, for example, at this obviously is a professional ad, but a text ad is something like this, something like a text ad with a title. The bold is a title, or something like that, it's a title, but obviously because of the word restrictions, you will be required to write a short text ad with a title. Means a title will be the title there, say IT expert or accountant or lawyer with articles with 2 years experience or internship with Mahoney and Van Niekerk attorneys, hard worker, blah 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 blah. It must be 30 words with your contact information. It must be effective and readable because it is text. Text is what we are talking about. We're not talking about a banner. This is a banner. And then number 6, you must subscribe to our newsletter. Why should you subscribe to our newsletter? You need to understand, number 1, who we are, what we do, and how we do it. You need to identify what our role is in the community, but at the same time you need to be able to appreciate the things that we do for ourselves as well as South African citizens, our contribution to the business environment. That is important. Identify who we are. When you are done, you can subscribe to our newspaper and get the latest updates. Also volunteer later on to become a distributor when we distribute the hard copy. Unfortunately, these are strong terms. You must be a South African citizen. Number 1, regarding your voice note, there are details that needs to be clarified. Your WhatsApp voice note recording should not be more than 1 minute or 1.5 minutes long. Speak clearly with confidence, not arrogance. State your full names and speak properly and short. State your qualifications and the type of work you are trying to attract. Be fluent and specific and precise, and stay relevant to the job prospect. Why? Remember, potential employers are looking for someone who is confident, eloquent, well-spoken, and ready to take up opportunities that are available to them. Secondly, you must prepare your voice note carefully. Don't rush and make mistakes. Take your time. Repeat it, refine it as many times as you can until you are ready. Number 3, the first impression counts. It is what will get you the most attention from the employer if you stand out from mediocre recordings that will be coming through. So do it right and always think positive and project an optimistic view in your efforts to prepare for this new challenge. Apply your mind. Now you must be asking yourself, what's in it for me? Me is me, the publisher of top Soweto Market Places. 1. You must follow me on my radio podcast and share on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter to at least a minimum of 10 people from each of the media respectively. In other words, 10 from WhatsApp, 10 from Facebook, 10 from Instagram, and 10 from Twitter, so that you can be able to extend your benefits. You see the benefits, because whatever you do for us, we are going to do for you to expose your advert. You mentioned top Soweto Market Place newspaper as often as you can. Also word of mouth, and talk to friends and families about it. When we show you how to contact us, we will send you a copy. Number 3, you follow and subscribe to my www.bcrradio.blogspot.com via email, and share articles and podcasts from either Google Play or Radio Public profile on Facebook and WhatsApp to at least 10 people. Meaning, when you follow us, there is a link on www.bcrradio.blogspot where it says follow. It's just at the top right hand corner. You follow, and then also you subscribe via our email, And once you've subscribed, you share this to your Facebook and WhatsApp friend, because now remember, this website is not part of the newspaper. It is a website. Then this information will be required to get your free job seeking advert on our newspaper. Without following us or sharing your social media, chances of qualifying are nil, zero, because we will need that proof later on. What will I do? I will publish, run and promote your advert to our PDF version in 2 of our monthly publications. We will be able to blast and broadcast your advert to our database of businesses, subscribers, email clients and our legitimate WhatsApp groups to give you maximum exposure. That's what we will do. What's in it for you? Summary. How will you benefit? You will benefit when I place your ad on our dedicated page of free newspaper advertising for South African graduates and job seekers marketplace. It means you are going to be given an opportunity to be seen by a lot of people. I will also create and place your text ad. Can you see? Your text ad will appear on the newspaper to increase your advertising chances using and promoting it via a voice note. The voice note will appear on our podcast radio job opportunity profile, something like this one, like this presentation. I will also create a cell phone QR code. A cell phone QR code is a very powerful marketing tool. Employers will scan it and save it on their cell phone, because once they scan it, it automatically forces them to save it. Number 5, because why? They are interested to listen and repeat and listen. And if they see more than 3 or 4 of competitive adverts that they would like to follow up, they will have more than 4 5 candidates looking for the job, and once they save them and you are among those, chances are higher than if they did not have the QR code. I will brand your advert with a LinkedIn career profile. What does this mean? It means all of this comes to you with one what's in it for me. It means while it is free, it is a two-way street, because the terms and conditions above will apply. Meaning, what's in it for you will be more than what you can bargain for. I will create and brand you with a QR code to embed on the cell phone, provided you do the following. You listen to our free podcast training courses on www.bcrradio.blogspot.com. It is right at the bottom of the website. There's lots of them streaming down on that website. Alternatively, you can also find them on Radio Public, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker, just to name a few, but there's more than 10 that we have. You must provide me to participate with your LinkedIn profile, which I will use to send to various businesses using a QR code. These businesses subscribe to our various newsletter and our marketing material. However, you must also prepare a newspaper advert. I will place it for free to help you promote your job prospect on our newspaper. Your newspaper advert, meaning she will improve your odds. The more you share on social media, your advert will be ready and seen, read by a lot of people, and also those who listen to our podcast radio voice notes. You subscribe to our newsletter and share on social media and distribute on WhatsApp. This is what we're going to do. What you do for us is what we're going to do for you, and even more. That's all you need to do. But remember, we are just a newspaper trying to give you a head start. A lot of people cannot afford advertising because advertising is very expensive, especially if you are unemployed or a job seeker. We are not an employment agency, bear that in mind, nor do we represent any employers. We are just individuals trying to make a difference. How willing are you and prepared to take a leap of faith and try something extraordinary, something new, in order to see positive results? Don't you think this will be a defining moment for you? This proposal is an individual initiative intended to help South African youth get a chance of finding a job, a way of helping those who are willing to help themselves. That is the modus operandi. And this comes with terms and conditions, meaning the only thing standing between you and your success or getting a job is your willpower and sense of agency to act positive when opportunities arise. This is an opportunity for you. If you don't take it and run with it, you're going to lose out, because it will never come again, the way we are presenting it. There's limited space, advertising space. I will only allow a number of adverts on a first come, first serve basis, meaning I will only take between 45 and 50 people. I invite them to send the following items to me. The first one is one WhatsApp voice note recording, and this recording must be at least 1 minute to 1.5 minutes per person. The second will be one text advert with a minimum of 30 words per advert per person. The third one will be a cell phone QR code, meaning you give me your cell phone, I will create a QR code or design it for you per person. And then also I will design a one LinkedIn career profile QR code, which is allowed per person. So it will be 2 QR codes, provided you send me your LinkedIn career profile link. Before you send anything, you must follow us on our websites. Once you follow us on our website www.bcrradio.blogspot.com, you share and like on Facebook. At the bottom of any article, once you share and like on Facebook with friends and groups, you are going to get points. You share and tweet on Twitter. There's a button at the bottom of every article or on the page. You share on Twitter to at least 10 people. You must listen. We recommend you listen to our free podcast training courses and share. Always leave comments. Comments are more important. When you share, don't just share on Facebook or on WhatsApp without leaving a comment. Leave a comment so that you can stand out, because when I view those comments, I will know exactly who it is when you come and place an ad. Lastly, you must subscribe to our newspaper, which we will automatically send to you when you request a sample via the email, not via the cell phone, via the email. These are the resources that you will require in order to proceed with placement of your ad. You should visit www.bcrradio.blogspot.com, and on the right side panel or at the bottom of the website, you will see all those podcasts streaming from a Castbox. Various podcast stations are also available, where you can search for Citizens Personal Responsibility Initiative from Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, as well as Spotify. The following radio podcast episode will show up on the menu of this website when you access it, and we have 18 video courses on our video channel, FYI. Episode number 58 talks about how to prepare a job interview. This is the introductory part of the podcast. Episode number 59 talks about how to prepare a job interview, the nitty-gritty part 1, as well as episode number 60, how to prepare a job interview dress code, what is required for a dress code, which is part 2. Number 61 will talk about a job interview dress code for women. This is part 3. These podcasts are also available on Radio Public. They are available on Spotify. They are available on Google Podcasts. They are available on iTunes, and as well as Stitcher, if that is what I need to mention. Radio Public is www.radiopublic.com. Spotify is www.open.spotify.com/show, and then Google Podcast will be www.google.com/podcast, and you search. During your searches, always search for Citizens Personal Responsibility Initiative. Those podcasts will come up. Then iTunes will be www.itunes.apple.com/US/podcast. You search for Citizens Personal Responsibility Initiative. You will see they will all be up there. So, this offer is only valid for a limited period. The closing date is February 29th, courtesy of top Soweto Market Places. This is issue 1, volume 1, dated January 2019. How to score point to place your ads. The following rules will apply. For 10 points, share this message on WhatsApp with 10 people or more. You will qualify to place a text ad once to solicit a job opportunity in our newspaper. Make sure you have proof of your sending to 10 people. And then for 10 points, you share this message on Facebook with 10 people or more. What will you get? You will qualify to have a QR code created for your cell phone, which will be placed on our newspaper. For another 10 points, if you visit our website www.bcr.radio.blogspot.com, you follow us and share with at least 10 people and subscribe. What will you do? You'll qualify to download free job interview courses. We'll give you a link where you can download them, courses on our radio podcast platform. For 10 points, what will happen? You visit us, you give us your LinkedIn profile. We create a page for you on our website to link it to your LinkedIn. You will qualify to have a second QR code created to embed on our special web page for job seekers. For 10 points, item number 5, you subscribe to my newspaper PDF version, which I will send via you will actually request it via email, not WhatsApp number, because right now that number is being updated. You will qualify to get a special promotion where I send your advert to businesses and my email subscribers. So that's basically how you will benefit. The benefit of our newspaper distribution is fivefold. We send it to businesses in Gauteng, over 700 subscribers. We send it to friends and relations, about 400. We send it to church groups, about 583. We send it to contacts on our email list, 1,400, as well as blog subscribers, 1,500. On average, you are looking at about 4,800 to 5,200 people who will receive and see your advert on any one of these pages. This newspaper will have 8 pages. So in our design, when we receive this thing, we will decide which page we're going to put those free ads, but it will only accommodate about 50 candidates. So make sure that you participate in this program. How to contact us? Send us an email first to confirm and motivate your interest in writing. We will reply and communicate with you if you have been accepted. When you are accepted, you will receive instructions on how to proceed. Request a PDF copy of our newspaper to view its content in your email. The email is to participate will be jessendlee668@gmail.com. It's jessendleandlee668@gmail.com. So thank you for listening and have a good one. Cheers. God bless.